Hey guys, today we are making these healthy black sesame shortbread cookies. They have a really delicious, creamy, nutty, black sesame filling and a crisp, buttery shortbread. They are made healthier by using whole wheat flour instead of white flour and have black sesame for added nutrients. I suggest measuring using a scale, but I have also included alternate measurements. In a medium bowl, add in white whole wheat flour. Regular whole wheat flour is too heavy and won't work for this recipe. Add in your coarse salt. If you have regular table salt, use only half a teaspoon as it is much more fine than coarse salt. Add in some baking powder to make the shortbread light. Whisk all of these ingredients together until well combined. Set aside while we cream the butter and sugar. In a medium to large bowl, add in your butter. Make sure it is softened and at room temperature so it will cream well with the other ingredients. Next, add in sesame paste, also known as tahini. Add in black sesame paste. Make sure to use unsweetened or add in less sugar. You can find this at any Asian grocery store or just toast some black sesame seeds and grind them up in a blender like I did. Add in your powdered sugar. Beat on medium-high speed for 2 to 3 minutes until fluffy. The reason I used two different types of sesame paste was because black sesame paste is often hard to find, so I wanted to use less of it. Also, I wanted a lighter colored cookie in the end to contrast the black sesame filling. You can also use all black sesame paste or even use all sesame paste if you cannot find black sesame paste. Add in your egg. You could also use half a tablespoon ground flax or chia mixed with 1.5 tablespoons water. Add in vanilla extract. Beat again until combined, around 2 minutes on medium-high speed. The texture should look like this now. Add in your dry ingredients you prepared earlier. Mix on low speed until just combined. The texture should look like this, a soft cookie dough. Take out the dough and wrap with plastic wrap. Refrigerate for 1 hour so the dough is easier to roll out. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Take out the dough and place on a large sheet of parchment paper. Fold the parchment paper over onto the dough. Roll out the dough into a thin sheet, around 1/16 of an inch thick. You can make the cookies thicker if you want, but they will need to bake for longer. Peel off the sheet of parchment paper. Using a cookie cutter or a small cup if you don't have one, that is 1.5 inches in diameter, cut out the cookies and place on your prepared baking sheet. For half of the cookies, cut out a smaller hole in the middle using a smaller cookie cutter or piping tip like I did. This will be the tops of our cookies. Gather up all the scraps and place them in the freezer to firm up while we bake the cookies. The dough is hard to work with while warm, so we'll want to keep it cold. Bake the cookies for around 10 minutes. Take out the dough from earlier and re-roll it. You can re-roll this dough many times without problem. Cut out the cookies again and place them on your baking sheet. Cut out the holes in half of the cookies and bake them for 10 minutes. Gather up all these scraps and continue until all the dough is used up. Meanwhile, to make the filling, place butter in a bowl. I'm using salted butter, but if you have unsalted, just add a pinch of salt. Next, add in your black sesame paste. Melt this by placing it in the microwave for around 30 seconds. Stir until smooth. Add in your powdered sugar. You could add more or less depending on your preferences. Stir this together until well incorporated. This filling is so delicious on its own, I could eat it by the spoonful. To assemble the cookies, place a little bit of filling on the bottom cookie. Take a cookie with a hole and gently press on top. Be careful as these cookies are delicate, but even if they break, they are still just as delicious. These cookies are inspired by Linzer Cookies, but instead of a jam filling, they have a black sesame filling, which in my opinion is so much tastier.